I grew up a missionary kid. My family's still on the mission field. I've lived in the U.S. 16 years, as of last month. Never thought I would live in the U.S., never wanted to live in the U.S. I thought I'd be there, but my wife is from the Seattle area and I met her down there. And next thing you know, I've learned a lot in my life. Every time I say never, I said I'd never move to Seattle, and here I am. I also said I'd never be around men, and here I am. And saying that, I grew up very fearful of men. A lot of things that happened in my life, just decided that I didn't need men. I didn't want to be around men. I didn't trust men. And the funny thing is, God throughout my life, every time I'm praying, every time I'm asking, hey, you know, I need help, he always keeps pointing me back, hey, you need to be around men. And I'm like, send me to Iraq as a missionary. Send me somewhere else as a missionary. Just don't make me do that. So I've gone up and down. It's been really hard. You know, I'll get to a point where I'm just completely lonely, completely destroyed. And I'll be there again and I'll pray, and he says, go be around this, and I'll do that. And I go, get around them. I have like a panic button, right? Like, so I'll start to open up all the gates. And then something will trigger where it's like asking me to go a little bit deeper, and I hit boom. Next thing you know, I've got the crocodile moat, I've got the, you know, sharks with missiles, everything, just so that I don't need to be protected. And then I go through another season, long season. I got connected to Impact in February, I think it was, when I first came. And the season, since I've been living in Seattle, so I think it's been 8-9 years now since I've been in the area, has just been a really terrible one for me. And I've just seen myself going down a path further and further from God. And it confuses me because I've seen miracles. I've seen things that I could never explain other than God's power and how loving he is. And yet I've still chosen to go a path. And in February, I was at a point where I was like, I don't know that I can continue to follow you. It's not that I don't believe in you. It's not that I don't care. I just don't have the energy. I'm alone. I don't want to do anything. And I just was like, I need to see, I need to know that you care about me and that there is hope. And I was at home, I'm in school and work, and I was avoiding doing both. And I'm scrolling through my Facebook, and I see a post about Impact from Larry Snyder. And I click on it, and next thing you know, I start clicking and reading, and I go, oh, that's awesome. And I first was like, oh, it's in Bellevue, of course. There's nothing for me, nothing for me. And then as I get through, I was like, oh, there's something in Everett. So I click, see that there's a breakfast coming up, and I signed up. And the funny thing is, like, I signed up, but then I start freaking out, going, no way, I can't do it. I can't go into a group. I can't go into a group and try to open up. I can't go in and do that. But I get here, and all the lies, all the things I've believed, all the stuff I've done kept disqualifying me. But I came, and I thought, oh, this is just a group of business people or a group of people who just, you know, want to be superficial. I used a lot of judgments. But it was amazing. Like, for the first time, I started feeling like I was coming back to life. After the meeting, again, went through this path of, yep, don't go back. It's not worth it. Just give up. And then I saw the cohorts, and I signed up for that. And that has been truly, truly life-changing for me. I didn't get to make it to the first two. So again, I went through a cycle of, hey, you didn't make it, you can't be there. See, you're not committed, you're not this, you're not that. And I texted Warren, and he's like, no, still come. And I couldn't believe it, because I've been in so many things where it's like, hey, you missed one, you're out. Like, don't come. What I love about God, and what I love about when you listen to what he's trying to do and the people he wants to use in your life, is that he restores things in an instant. In that moment I walked in, it's like I knew these men forever. Everyone was vulnerable. Everyone was authentic. And I felt like finally, I wasn't alone, you know? And hearing like, I don't know if any of the men in my cohort really understand how much of an impact they've been in my life, and life-changing, because I really was ready just to say no more. No more, I don't care. I'm just gonna sit here. It wasn't even like going to different houses, I'm just giving up. So just want to encourage, I mean, this has been so valuable. There was a lot of pushback in my marriage too, anytime I've been tried to be part of a men's group. And I was terrified of like, hey, this really interrupts my family life. In the mornings, the routine for getting my child ready, helping my wife get to work and getting to daycare was really hard. And the first couple were terrible. But as we went, my wife started saying, wow, like, I'm really seeing you come to life. And she's been super supportive. It's been amazing. Even like today, it was like, I left earlier and she's like, okay, for work. We still had some arguments on some things, but it's just been really like in this short period from February to now, it's like the last 8 so years of my life, it's like all of a sudden that doesn't matter as much. Like now it's been real, and I don't know what I would have done. I don't know where I would have been. So I could probably ramble on for a long time about this, but I just want to say, like, if you're thinking, if you're feeling alone, if you think, just give it a try. Come, these breakfasts are amazing. If you just do breakfast, it's amazing. The cohorts are phenomenal. But also telling others, like, I just want you to know that you don't know who, like, you're sharing this on your Facebook or telling someone else, how much of you might have changed someone's life. You've changed my life, my wife's life, and my kid's life. And I was telling my wife, I said, it's summertime, they're not going to be anything. I said, I really want this. And she was actually like, oh yeah, like, I'm sad you don't have that, but I'm glad it'll come up in the fall. So again, just want to share that I am so thankful for every one of you that's here today, and that each one of you have something to give to another, and another has something to give to you, and that coming together as men is so important for us, and is so important for the kingdom of God. And I thank y'all for those who let me kind of hear the judgments I've had about what I thought the group was. But yes, so just thank you.